Hello, this is AI in Agriculture, one idea a day. And today we will speak about a small aspect of data collection, and this aspect is called calibration. So calibration is an important part of proper data collection, and this is the basics for building a robust model for further processing and working with it and getting good predictions. So let's have a real example, and the real example will be, as usual, Petiole Pro. I will show you our calibrating plates and explain how do they help actually in real work. So firstly, I want to show you the first calibrating plate, and we created in basically we had initially a different like chessboard. Maybe I will find somewhere the record the photo and I'll place it here so you can see how it looks like. But then we just made a big jump up and we created the different calibrating plate, which is currently our in use. So it consists of 8 markers and it's called ArUco markers. And if you work with computer vision technologies, this is the constant markers which are used for calibrating. Then we have also 2 greenness markers, and these greenness markers were created further on because initially we had just ArUco markers, but ArUco markers are the standard for sizing. So when we created this calibrating plate, our initial goal was to measure leaf area. And for measuring leaf area in square centimeters, we need to have a kind of ruler, digital ruler. And this is digital ruler, our benchmark. And the length of one side of this square is 1 centimeter. So that's why we recommend our users, if they print the calibrating plate by themselves, so we ask them to double check and re-measure the size. So if it's 1 centimeter, it means the perfectly good fit for further purposes. Why this question arises? Because sometimes we are basically sharing this document like DIY, so they can do it by themselves. And some of them are printing in scale, and it sometimes is larger and sometimes it's smaller, but it impacts the accuracy. So that's why we highlight and ask just double check the size of the ArUco marker square. And then afterwards, when the leaf area was created and functioning, we also got this question regarding greenness. And greenness, it's a separate story. It's not about the measurement, and we cannot measure it in square centimeters or any type of centimeters. But we can do the scale. And scale is basically index from 0 to 1. So these 2 markers, color markers, they give at least some anchor for algorithm to understand how far is the greenness of that leaf which is placed on or next to the calibrating plate, how is far from 0 or how it's far from 1, how it's close to 1. And yes, the more to 1 is greener, and the less to 1, like 0.2, means yellowish pale green, and it means probably some deficiency or disease or some negative trend in green leaves. So this is the first initial calibrating plate. But on top of this, we have created another one. You see, spot the difference? I think you can already see this. And basically, we have created this calibrating plate on top of existing one for very specific purpose of assessment the color of plant, which is originally not actually green, but it has a little bit blue color of leaves, and on some stage I will tell you more about this interesting case study, not now. But I mean that currently if you will buy calibrating plate from us, because as I mentioned you can do it by yourself, the PDF files are available through a mobile application, so you can get it inside the mobile app, or we can send you the link to Google Drive and you can just upload it and download it and print it on available printer. And if you wish to have it on hard basis like this one, so then we can you can purchase it in our Petiole Pro store, and we will send it to you and you can use it for your needs. Yes, these are the first type of calibrating plates. We call them standard calibrating plates. Another type is this one. And this calibrating plate was created because of the practical needs. So thinking about the size, here we have 15 diameter, 15 centimeters, and when you are standing outside, in lab condition it's still fine, but when you're outside and you're trying to put something or next to it, sometimes you just lack of extra hand. Now it's not convenient always. So that's why the smaller size, it fits the palm, and it's you still can place it somewhere or place next to it, and it just fit any pocket. And the sizing is a little bit different, but we are speaking again about these 8 markers, ArUco markers again, and they are providing the same functions, so they are serving for sizing. So you cannot measure greenness with this calibrating plate, and that's why yeah, I got some questions from our users who are taking photos with this calibrating plate and ask why the greenness assessment is not working, because there are no green benchmark. Here we have not just green but also 2 more extra benchmarks, but here no benchmark, so that's why don't try. And again, the other thing is that those people who are printing the calibrating plate on black white printer, don't expect greenness, because again there are no green colors on your calibrating plate. Even if you downloaded the right calibrating plate for greenness, but without green markers, it's just no way at all. Yes, and also we have one more calibrating plate. It's here a little bit further because it's the latest one, and the latest one means that it's more advanced because you see just one ArUco marker. But the task for this calibrating plate is also unique. So it's created for grading, and it's created for this. Maybe I also will place somewhere the link to Potato AI. So Potato AI is the module for grading and sizing the potato in accordance with USDA standards. And we created it for the hackathon, which has been organized by the International Potato Center in Peru. And this is one of the material results of this project, because we have registered this as a patent, design patent. And yes, by the way, all these and these, all of these calibrating plates, they are patented. So that's why we are trying to demonstrate that our creations are unique, and we are delighted that we got patents for them. But let's go back to this calibrating plate. So again, you see the same approach for practical use, because we understand that here you can go to orchard and just take it, do your measurements, and put it back into your bag or into your pocket. The same approach here when you have this piles of potato, and again you are standing above the potatoes, so it should be visible for camera. And that's why in some of the videos, I demonstrate how it looks like when you are standing above, and this calibrating plate, it's actually out of focus. So that's why you cannot use it properly. And even this one is not good enough for standing above 1 meter. But this calibrating plate works perfectly fine for the tasks when you are more than 30 centimeters above the objects which you are measuring. And yes, by the way, it should not be only like potatoes. We do the same with onions, we did the same with apples, and it works. So you can try, just a matter of your curiosity, you can try for your crops. And yes, if you think that there is a way how Petiole Pro can help your research or work, let's just stay in touch, connect, and explore these opportunities. As of now, I think this is enough explanations about the standards of and the importance of standards in computer vision processing. And one more thing which I want to say, that with these calibrating plates, you can rely on some specific level. So without the calibrating plate, it will be not consistent. And also on some stage I got a question from one of our users. He asked, why didn't you use any like coin or ruler, like ImageJ, for example? And I said that, you know, the problem is that if you will put one coin which goes freely in the UK, it doesn't mean that in Brazil or in South Africa or in India you will have the same coin, and you will rely on your coin, and this coin will be a different size. And the same with rulers. Unfortunately, not all of the rulers are exactly correct. And yes, I understand in our case sometimes people are printing calibrating plates with a little bit different scale. That's why we ask about double check. But for us, for our algorithm, this is the ruler, the standard, which brings accuracy, consistency, and scalability for leaf area measurement and other directions for using computer vision and deep learning in agriculture, forestry, and other areas nearby. Thank you so much for your attention today, and see you tomorrow.